Hack Slash Body Bags, issue number 3 from Image Comics. We continue our Hack Slash Body Bags crossover. We are inside this school that basically teaches kids how to be assassins, and Cassie Hack is talking about slashers and what they are. And they're basically like undead. They're killers brought back to life, and their goal is to kill people, mostly teenagers. Basically, like your slasher enemies from slasher horror movies. But Cassie Hack is a serial killer, so just listen to her, and you guys are all going to make it out safely. And she's grabbing her crotch because in the previous issue, Panda has kicked her between the legs twice. And I can't stand Panda. I absolutely hate this character. And I just gotta ask, as someone who doesn't read body bags, is this how Panda actually is? Is Panda this annoying in the body bags comics? Because body bags seems pretty interesting, and it seems like something that I would want to check out. But if this is actually how Panda is in that series, I'm just not gonna bother. Because I can't stand her, she's so annoying. But maybe this is one of those situations where like the characters, even though it's a crossover, they're not acting like they do in their original run. Is that what this is? Or is Panda actually like this? So yeah, Panda just kind of brushes her off. Then we get introduced to other characters. We've already seen them before. We have Genie from Hong Kong. We have Win, who is a playboy, or at least he wants to be. He's just a pervert. We have Linda, and we have Jackson, who Panda has a crush on. Cassie starts throwing up. Basically, they start talking. They realize that this killer that's inside the school, they're only after one person. They just want to kill Panda. They don't really want to kill anyone else. I mean, I guess they will kill anyone else, but Panda is their main target. So they're just kind of wondering, like, why should we basically put our lives on the line for this idiot when she's done nothing but be a pain in the ass? And then we have some moments with Vlad and Clownface, but I'm going to be skipping that. All you really need to know is that that interaction nets them a bunch of weapons. There you go. So then we have Cassie, and we see Win talking to her, while Jackson says something to Panda and the two leave. And as Wayne is talking to Cassie, Cassie starts to realize, hey, wait a minute. This dude is trying to stall me. There's something going on here. And she realizes that Panda is missing. And then she goes in. Basically, Jackson and Panda are like about to make out when Cassie breaks it up. And of course, Panda gets upset because Panda wanted to score with this dude. And Cassie's just like, you're an idiot. Jackson was going to lock you up in the pump room and leave you as bait. He doesn't even like you. And when Panda asks, Jackson pretty much all but admits it with his look, with his expression. Panda looks like she's about to cry, and I'm just like, good. You deserve it. I hate you. And then that's when the slasher shows up. And she kills Genie. She has already killed Win. She goes to attack Linda when Jackson gets involved. And that's when Cassie stabs the slasher in the chest and rips out her heart. Basically says that's how you kill slashers. You rip out their hearts, which I guess, I mean, I've seen Cassie kill slashers in other ways, but okay. But then the slasher comes back alive and says, I didn't put Edgelord's heart in my chest. Honey, I'm more cerebral, which should basically give away where the heart is. The heart is in her head. So yeah, she was able to move her heart to her head so that when she has her fake heart or whatever ripped out, she doesn't die. And that's when we have Vlad and Clownface show up, and they use the weapons that they've got off this gangster to blow a hole inside the school and get in, which just kind of begs the question of what was the whole point of the school security. The whole school security thing was like, it was a lockdown. And it's like, you're locking down assassins, like kids who are being trained to be assassins by teachers who are professional assassins. And it just takes like one grenade, basically, to blow a hole through your security. I don't know, that doesn't make much sense, but whatever. Jackson gets killed, Clownface and Vlad get involved, and Panda eventually rips out the heart from the slasher's head and kills it. Which I was like, okay, so even the slasher expert doesn't end up getting the kill on the slasher. Instead, we got to give it to Panda. And it just seems like, maybe it's just because I'm a huge fan of one franchise and I'm unfamiliar with the other franchise, but it really seems like this franchise is doing everything it can to kind of belittle Hack Slash, which is really, really funny because Tim Seeley is the writer for the series and he is the creator of Hack Slash. So you brought in the original creator and the original artist for Hack Slash. The creator and artist for Body Bags isn't involved in this series, and yet this still feels like a series that's using Hack Slash to prop up Body Bags. This whole series so far has been Cassie literally getting beaten up by Panda, And then in the end, Panda is the one that kills the slasher. Cassie does nothing. In fact, she's almost about to, looks like she's about to get killed at one point when Clownface has to come in and save her by slashing the slasher's arm off. So it's just one of those things where it's like, do you really need to belittle one franchise to prop up another? I always hated that. And again, maybe this is just me looking too much into it because I'm such a hack slash fan. But I don't care for this run at all. I don't like the way that it's portraying Cassie Hack. Anyways, Vlad is still okay. I mean, him and Clownface kind of seem to be almost buddies. But Cassie is just, she's either getting punt between the legs, she's throwing up, she's about to be killed, or she's just made to look like a joke where Panda's constantly cussing her out and stuff like that. We even have a moment where Cassie tries to talk up Panda and say, like, you know, what you did back there was great. And Panda basically tells her to F off, like literally F off, while throwing the fingers at her and calling her a spooky cooch and jumping out of the van. And I'm just like, can't even give Cassie one thing. I hated this issue so much. I hate this run so much. And unfortunately, this is not the end. We're going to have another issue, which is weird because this literally feels like the end of this miniseries. Yeah, Edgelord is still alive, but we haven't seen Edgelord since like the first few panels of issue number 1. Other than that, it's been nonstop with this other slasher that's killed. We have our characters saying goodbye to each other and going their separate ways. And yet we're going to have another issue. What, are they going to all come back together again to take out Edgelord and then go their separate ways and say goodbye again? Like, that seems kind of dumb. All in all, like, this just seems really, really terrible. And it's funny to say that, again, because we have the original hack slash team. The original creator and artist and writer are involved in this. And yet, as a hack slash fan, I hate it. I absolutely despise this run. Artwork is fine. Like, the artwork is the only thing that I enjoy because, again, it's the original artist, so it has that original look to it. You know, I read this and it's like, yeah, this is the hack slash that I fell in love with. But the writing is just terrible. And honestly, I think, I don't want to get all political, but I think after a certain event in 2016, Tim Seeley had just lost it. I've tried to read other stuff from him. His superhero stuff is terrible. I can't stand any superhero stuff that he's written. His non-superhero stuff has been okay. Like, he did like 2 issues of Constantine back in the day, and that was fine. But then he started doing like other series. I think he did one like called Red State or something like that, where basically it was set in mid-America and it was basically MAGA or racist vampires. And it's like, okay, that was kind of lame. Like, you can really see that TDS has been affecting him pretty badly. And thankfully, that doesn't get involved in here. Like, there's no TDS stuff here. But it feels like 2016 broke his brain and he hasn't been able to write a good series since. Everything that I've read from him since 2016 has just been god-awful. And this is no different. This is just really bad. I don't like this. The stuff with Vlad and Clownface are okay. Everything with Cassie is terrible just because she's made to look like a punk joke to prop up Panda, who is such an annoying character. I've never seen a character this annoying before in a comic book run. So yeah, I hated this. Thankfully, we only have one more issue to go. I wish this was the end. I want Hack Slash to continue. I just don't want Hack Slash body bags. Or maybe Hack Slash body bags under a different writer would actually be better. I don't know. I'm not familiar with body bags, so I don't know if this is how Panda actually is in the run. If she is, then I don't want to read anything with body bags. If she's not, if she's actually better than this, then sure, I'll give it a try. It's kind of funny because, again, Tim Seeley is the creator of Hack Slash, but maybe someone else needs to take over the reins when it comes to writing Hack Slash because he just doesn't have it anymore. The last 2 things I've read from him with Hack Slash being this and the I forget the name of it, but it was like the one with superpowers. It was one with she was teaming up with superheroes. I did a review for that one as well, and it was just terrible. It was terrible writing from the get-go. And the run with Zoe was pretty decent, minus some issues, but I thought that was like taking the Hack Slash in the right direction. And then that just was a mini-series, which, you know, sucks. It seems like Hack Slash just gets nothing but mini-series nowadays, and they haven't been all that great, unfortunately. Here's hoping that the next Hack Slash series, whatever it may be, would be a lot better. So there you go, Hack Slash Body Bags, issue number 3. I dislike this issue. I hate this run so far. But I hope you enjoyed the video and hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.